Good morning, good morning. Oh my goodness, it is gonna be 85 degrees today in Seattle, which is just wild, wild. But anyway, I'm walking into work and have 5 clients scheduled today, which is gonna be a long day, but then I'm done midday, which is nice, and then I have all afternoon to go hang out with my family. I'm wearing a patchwork dress that I made, which is super fun, and the sun is shining, so I can't complain. I've been waking up some mornings with anxiety, like not specific anxiety, not really sure why. And it's just been a good reminder that I need to keep practicing my grounding exercises and like taking a minute every morning to kind of just gather my thoughts and think about what I have planned and what's going on. I do usually a quick inventory of like, is there anything specific I need to get done? Is that what's causing me anxiety? Like what's it from? And if I can't figure out anything, then, it's usually just, the body processing and feeling things, especially if you've been sleeping all night. I had some weird dreams, so I think that might have been part of it. And yeah, so I just do a quick inventory. I did some square breathing this morning in bed. I kind of just laid there and was like, okay, gather your thoughts, gather your feelings. What are we going to accomplish today? Make sure you get hydrated. Got my water and got ready. Getting ready for the day, putting on makeup always feels good. Now I'm headed into work. See you in a bit. Okay, I'm doing a little voiceover because my audio was not very good for this, but I talked about making a patchwork dress, and it kind of had me thinking about hobbies and hobbies with mental health. And I have found that having something that keeps me busy, keeps my hands busy, keeps me off of screens has been really, really helpful for my mental health. And it is such a good way to create and to focus on something other than myself and other than other people's problems. Good morning. We are down by the ocean today, trying to get outside and just kind of focus on grounding and breathing and enjoying nature. We brought our pup today. He's got a bum leg, so he doesn't get to get out very often, but this is only about a 2-mile hike today, so we got him outside with us. And yeah, it's it's low tide right now, so there's people out looking at all the animals out in the water. It's pretty awesome. So welcome.
Soft strums of the warm acoustic guitar blend with the gentle sound of the waves crashing against the shore. A serene melody weaves through the breeze, creating a soothing rhythm that mirrors the ocean's ebb and flow. The sound of distant gulls and the rolling tide
Good morning. I just got to the trailhead. I am going hiking this morning. A couple of friends and I are training for a big hike at the end of the summer. And so we're doing a Saturday morning hike, but it is so crowded. I've never been out to this trail. We are at Lake 22 in outside Seattle, and it's so crowded and we have no service. And so I'm like, hopefully I can meet them at the trailhead. But anyway, while I was driving out here, I was thinking about self-care and like alone time, having time to refill your cup as parents, as a mom, especially with little ones. And I just find I'm like extroverted, but the quiet time in a car without kids is actually the greatest thing ever. I just listened to like an hour and 20 minutes of my audiobook, and then I get to go hike, be in nature with friends. I'm so thankful to my husband, who takes on a lot while I am spending an entire day out hiking. I tend to be quite social, and these things really fill my cup up. I become a better version of myself, a better parent when I get to do these things. And so I was just thinking about anxiety on the way out here, because as I've kind of mentioned in this video, I keep waking up with like a little bit of anxiety, not for any particular reason, but it's there. And I just know that after spending a day outside, spending a day with friends, talking, getting to be social, which is half the reason I like hiking, is because we just like talk the whole time. I'm going to feel so much better. And that also has been happening when I sew. It's been happening when I listen to my audiobook, when I'm just doing things that fill my cup up. And I know so often we pour from empty cups. We are so busy. We are so run down. And then we wonder why we're struggling. We wonder why we're upset, why we're hating everyone, why we can't do or function the way we want to. And I just think that having the ability to do things that make you happy, having the ability to socialize with your loved ones, having the ability to get out in nature can be so healing and healthy for the nervous system. And it just makes me really happy. So I'm so thankful. It's going to be like 75 degrees out today. If you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling like you need to ground yourself, really lean into coping skills, whether that's, going for a walk, getting outside, coloring, like something that can just help down regulate your system and can give you some peace, because you deserve peace today. Oh, I also wanted to say, often I use the word coping skills and I don't always explain what that means, because it can mean something different for everyone. I think a big important thing is to have a list or compile a list of coping skills for you. So coping skills doesn't always mean like long baths and relaxation. It can also mean like doing the thing that you don't want to do, but having this like armor on you, whether it's a literal thing, or like a tool like deep breathing or, square breathing. But having things that without fail are going to help you feel better in that moment. And that's going to look different for everyone. So for me, deep breathing is a huge one. And also like probability versus possibility game. Like when I'm starting to get anxious about something or worried that something bad's going to happen, I'm like, what is the likelihood of that happening? Even hiking today, like I have my backpack and it's got a bunch of stuff in it, in case something happens. But then like I was quickly running through probability or possibility as my anxiety like was maybe spiking a little bit before a big hike. And so having, mental coping skills, and then also having resources like a bag or that has like, peppermint oil that you can smell if you feel nauseous, because when I get anxious, I tend to get nauseous. What else? Like coloring books, journals, knitting, like something to keep your hands busy. So coping skills can be like mental things that you keep just in the Rolodex at the ready, and then also physical things. I will at some point go over my coping skills bag. If that is something that is interesting to you, comment or leave a heart below if that is something you'd like to see. But Because when you're in fight or flight, when you're anxious, your brain is not going to be able to recollect, hey, what's that thing that's going to make me feel better? So knowing it and having it at the ready can be super, super helpful. So just something to keep in mind when I mention coping skills is, what does that look like for you? Have a running list in your phone, in your notes, like what for you are your good coping skills. And if you don't have any or nothing comes to mind, happy to answer or give you some ideas. But it's also a good way to kind of start to understand yourself and like think about what your body needs and what tends to help you feel calm when you're a little bit elevated or a little bit like edgy. So I also have a change of shorts because it's going to be kind of hot today. So I might change into my shorts at some point. I have snacks. My friend's bringing us sandwiches, but I've got nuts, I've got goldfish, I've got a protein bar, jerky stick. So we got lots of snacks. And then I have a medical kit, which just has like Band-Aids and sterile strips and stuff like that. So we have a medical kit. I have sunscreen because it's going to be a hot one. Oops, sorry guys. I've got sunscreen on the side. I've got my snacks. Those can all go in there. And what else? I have pepper spray. I don't have any bear spray, but pepper spray will do for now. And I have my hat, sunglasses, and then I need to get my hiking boots on. I always drive with some comfy shoes because, you know, it's much nicer to drive with comfies, and then I put on my hiking boots when I get here. So that's what I'm hiking with. Not too bad, not too many things. But so I'm gonna get my hiking boots on and I'm gonna walk to the trailhead and then hopefully meet my friends at the trailhead, I'm guessing. It's kind of a ways down there. I have to trek a little ways, but.
Hit that bass line nice and slow. Talk box singing, let the rhythm flow. Palm tree sway